Throughout my YouTube career, I always like to think I've done a good job being very out in the open about the kind of comedy and content I do. I'm not trying to trick people into subscribing to me only to horrify them if they ever watch the wrong video. That's why every popular video I have has at least one joke in it that tests your tolerance reflexes a bit. My subscriber base knows what's in store for them. I've got gaming videos that will be right at home as a news story featured on a popular gaming website, but there's always something in it that prevents reputable sources from sharing it wholeheartedly, knowing they'd catch some inevitable flack. And my channel is a flak factory that irradiates poisonous flak into the surrounding air that causes damage to the lungs of people who are not naturally resistant to its effects, which are too many people. I've decided not to sweat it, though, when people get offended or think less of me for jokes I make, because it is well within their rights as human beings to be little bitches. Previously, I would have been like, if this offends you, you're stupid and have no sense of humor. But some people are just wired that way, raised that way. They can't help if they're, again, little bitches. It's their parents' fault and their environment's fault that they were born and bred in the constricting, suffocating tendrils of morality and decency. You have to pity them. A compass always points north, right? But a moral compass always points out that you're a little bitch. And that is unfortunate. Alright. I've always seemed to defy expectations, my own at least, when it comes to the like-dislike ratio of my videos. Every time I put up a whole video of leukemia jokes or just some new ambivalent stance on race or religion or politics or whatever, I expect like and dislike to at least go halvesies on the bar, but I've never had less than triple the amount of likes to dislikes. And you may argue that that's because I'm so talented, and I appreciate you saying that, but it just proves that my fan base is acclimated to what I do, and so every off-color or about-color joke in a video is fulfilling an overarching purpose of keeping people informed of who exactly Sunburned Albino is, and why he will eventually be killed by a rogue blogger. I like how Disney dropped Pewdiepie for in-jest anti-Semitic content when Walt Disney himself would have shaken his fucking hand. There's no hard proof that Walt Disney hated Jews, but I saw it in a Family Guy episode, so now I've thought so for the last 10 years. That partnership never made sense in the first place anyway. Like if the 700 Club wanted to get behind me, I'd tell them to keep their hard-earned miracle money. I love the idea that an 86-year-old man and some bimbo from Virginia Beach can sit in front of a camera, squint their eyes real tight, and cure the ankle pain of America. They can't tackle major shit like cancer or nothing, because obviously God doesn't have that kind of power. I'm feeling somebody watching this show right now with a slight itch on their left foot, and it's not quite serious enough to put in the effort to scratch it. But I'm going to tell you right now, by the Holy Spirit that flows within me, I've taken that itch and I've sent it to hell. I love the testimonials they have on there because, of course, there is no end to the doubt in people's minds, but none of them ever have verifiable stories. I was sitting there watching Pat with his eyes squeezed shut, looking like he was trapped in a nightmare, and my leg was asleep because I had slept on it funny. But then Pat said that someone's nondescript leg issue was healed, and all of a sudden I felt Jesus rest his hand on my inner thigh, and my leg woke right up again. Ignore that sound. I can't wait until Pat Robertson dies. This is a guy who said to oppose Trump as satanic, and that feminism encourages mothers to kill their children and become lesbians. I don't mind that his viewpoint exists. Frankly, it's entertaining. I just want him to have a massive paralytic stroke. He's had his head in the clouds for so long, I think it's time the rest of his body joined him. I like cursing. I don't overindulge in it, but I find it satisfying and effective. I even like that it's called cursing, as if saying fuck you casts some kind of dark spell on the guy that will slowly drain his life force or make him impotent. Now that's evil. Don't fuck with a man's dick. That shit's taboo. If you could hex a dude and make his penis smaller, you would be the most diabolical person in the world. Man, Brenda chose my best friend over me. Let's see how she likes his millimeter cock. He tries to put it in. She's like, is that a pacifier? In olden times, people used to literally say, curse you! But the phrase died out due to not being specific enough. Curse you! How? Are my crops gonna die? Is my horse gonna blow out its leg? Tell me what to watch out for. Then we developed screw you, which I assume meant the wishful violent end of someone getting drilled holes into by power tools. With that imagery, it should sound more emphatic than it does, but it feels tame next to fuck you, even though fucking yourself is usually a pleasant sought-after experience. I can't take screw you seriously. I'm like, sorry, didn't mean to upset my kindergarten teacher. Please, don't make me sit in the corner. I'll be good, I promise. Cursing, of course, is also called swearing. I like the determination behind that. It turns anger into prophecy. I swear you'll get fucked, bro. If it's the last thing I do, you're a little bitch. Mark my words, cunt. So driven. It's like the backbone of a revenge thriller. Profanity's got a lot of stuff going on. It's often a tool of rebellion. Teenagers swearing at their parents is like a mortal sin. It helps make children likable, in my opinion. Videos of small children swearing are consistently great, and especially in comedy movies where they get the 6-year-old to say, "Stop being a little bitch." Drank every time Sunburned Albino says little bitch in this episode. Suffice it to say, I'm not a clean comedian, because I'm not one to believe words have any inherent power in them that isn't created by whoever they're being used towards. Offense is a human concoction to be risen above. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll play myself off.